What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gig Nation. Jonathan here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 8 very interesting facts about DoorDash that you may not have known. So I was inspired to make this video actually the other day when I was at the grocery store. I was waiting in line and then I finally got up to checkout and I was kind of putting my items through, paying for all of them, and the cashier looked at my peanut butter, looked at me and said, "Hey, funny, interesting fact. You know that most choking related deaths are actually related to peanut butter. People just taking the spoon and eating it straight out of the jar is actually the biggest cause of choking related deaths." This was kind of weird, kind of funny, something I didn't know. Obviously not that funny because people are dying, but it was kind of cool to be in the checkout line and just hear something interesting, hear something unique about what I was doing. This guy obviously, took a little bit of pride in his job and took the time to look up these facts that applied to customers. And I thought that was really cool. So whether you're a DoorDash driver and maybe you want to, drop a fact here and there to a customer or to a friend, or maybe you just enjoy knowing some interesting facts, then this list is for you. Make sure you stick through all the way to the end of it because there's really some good stuff in here towards the end of this list. But before I jump into this list, I actually have to give some credit to expandedramblings.com and moneyinc.com. I found a lot of these interesting facts, mostly from expandedramblings.com. So if you want to, check this list out, I will leave a link down below and check out some other cool stuff on that website because that's where I'm pulling a lot of this data from, and I'm actually going to reference some images from the article in the upcoming facts. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this list. So the first interesting fact about DoorDash is that out of the top 100 restaurants in the United States, 90% of those restaurants are actually on the DoorDash platform. So they have done a tremendous job of saturating the market in the US and pulling on some major names in the restaurant industry. If you were wondering how many cities DoorDash is available in, it's actually available in over 4,000 cities. That's a ton of cities. DoorDash has just an enormous presence and they continue to expand their delivery business. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, that's a lot of cities, but how many restaurants is DoorDash in? How many restaurants total? Well, DoorDash is in over 310,000 restaurants. That is just a ton of restaurants. If you're hungry and you're looking to order food, you definitely have plenty of options if you're going through the DoorDash app. Okay, so with all of these restaurants on board and being that DoorDash is in so many cities, you might be asking yourself, how much exactly is this company worth? DoorDash is currently valued at over $12.6 billion. And that is just a huge valuation. So you might be asking yourself, how did a food delivery company get to be worth $12.6 billion? Well, that actually brings us to the next interesting fact. DoorDash is not a food delivery company. Technically, they are listed as a technology company, and they are listed as a tech company as one of the major categories because of the logistics service that they bring for on-demand delivery and ordering of food. DoorDash is currently listed as a private company, and one of the ways that they have grown to such a huge valuation of over $12.6 billion is by securing funding from some major venture capital firms. Now they've actually received over $2 billion in funding currently. So with all of this funding, this huge valuation, all of these restaurants on board, and all of these major cities, you might also be asking yourself, okay, so what percentage of the food delivery market does DoorDash own? So this statistic is a little bit older. It's actually from back in 2018, but it gives you a decent view of what slice of the pie DoorDash commands. And at that point in time, DoorDash had a little over 13% of the total market, kind of closer to 14%. So that seems like a small number, but they have been expanding and growing quickly. So without a doubt, they are probably higher than that number here in 2019 and going into 2020. So where exactly did this company come from? Who founded it? DoorDash was actually founded by college students at the time of its founding. Tony Zhu and his friends, his colleagues, the 2 other founders, were actually at school in Stanford. So these guys started pretty young and have become a pretty huge and pretty successful company very quickly. That's just back in 2013, not too many years ago. So it's grown very rapidly. If you know any other interesting facts about DoorDash, leave them down below in the comment section. I'd love to add even more. We only covered 8 here, but there's a ton of interesting stuff about this company. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and also if you're looking for another gig economy job, make sure to check out gigsharks.com for all of the latest app jobs, gig economy jobs in your city.